Hi, my name is Artin Davari and this is my final project. So basically, for this project, I used an H-bridge over here to control a DC motor using pulse width modulation to make it go at different speeds. And in order to control the speed, I used an IR remote control, and based on the number pressed on here, it'll spin the fan at a proportional speed. And the number pressed here will also display on the 7-segment LED. And this is the IR receiver right here that I used. And there's a switch over here that is used as a hardware interrupt, and it works like the following. So as we can see, as it increases in number, the fan's spinning faster, and then when the number 0 is pressed, it stops. And let's say it's spinning at like speed 6, when the switch is held down, it stops completely and displays the number 0, and when it's let go again, it'll go back to the speed it was at prior to the switch being pressed. Some of the issues that I came across when building this project, I had two major issues. First of all, this IR receiver right here, when I had the ground and power from it in line on this side with the after the H bridge, there was a big voltage drop, and the result of that was when, let's say this was the speed was at like 6 or something, this would display 6, but then no matter what you pressed on the remote control, nothing would change, neither the speed nor the number on the 7-segment LED, and that was a big issue. And then after I flipped it to this side and switched the breadboard power supply on this side to 5 volts, it began working. So another issue that I also had was that when the reset button was pressed on the Arduino and the program starts running through the setup, immediately after the setup was run, the fan would start spinning at a maximum speed, and I used some serial print commands in my code to figure out that there was a large negative reading coming out of the IR receiver. And in order to prevent the fan from spinning, I added a delay at the very end of the setup function in order to avoid the motor spinning at the beginning of the loop method.